So GPS told me to take 2.5 hours, and it ended up taking like closer to 4.5 hours to get here for me to drive here. So that's super cool. But anyway, we're gonna play the song, and then we'll get into it. You guys know the deal. What up, Bright Tide Bear?
Got me fighting with the slaves, but how they about to face the truth when they can't show their face? Not a system don't control me, yeah, the beast is getting slaved. Austin got the power, they look sour, oh behave, but I'm about my father's business, witness, he gon' get this praise. I ignore you, cause I'm poor, only thing that I obey. I ain't with the social distancing, but I'ma need my space. They be boring me with quarantine, so stay up in your place.
The masquerade, waking up the perfect time to liberate on your drawing grave when it's not too late. In a world,
I'm sorry we didn't go to the moon, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't lie to you, bro. I'm sorry. I think it's cool we went to the moon too, dude. It was a cool story. I'm sorry you got figured.
Yeah, he's cute.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for kicking it. Did you guys know that the Earth is flat? This guy's crazy. Earth's flat, bro. You don't think so? It's flat, bro. Yeah, you know, it has a curve, it's a ball, right? It doesn't, man. Look at it. It's pretty flat. We saw mountains from 273 miles away, and the globe Earth says they should be blocked by 3 miles of Earth curve. How's that work? It doesn't. If anybody here wants to try to win $200, I'll give you $200 if you can get 3 questions right about the globe. $200, free money. Free bread, bro. $200. I'm so crazy. I'm so crazy. I don't think that the Earth's a ball. You could just come take my money. I can tell you what the first question is. How many times does the Earth supposedly spin every day? Pretty easy question. So you get $200 if you get 3 questions right about the globe that we were taught in like 3rd grade. Hey, do you know that the Earth is flat? Earth's flat, bro. You've never been to space. Space travel's fake. The moon landing was fake. Satellites aren't in space. SpaceX should be renamed to Fake X. It's all fake. Did you guys know that all the pictures they show you are cartoons? That's what they say. Did you know that? Did you know they say they're cartoons? Yeah. NASA says they're computer-generated images. They're not real pictures, so this is awkward. But no one knows that because who cares? Who cares about the Earth, right? This nerdy white boy over here. What's up, man? Can't get. What's up, brother?
Let me second everything you just said.
Gotta hold it.
I second everything this man just said. I saw the space thing. I thought it was real. Realized I was tricked. Tricked!
What's up, bro? Yeah. Outer space is fake. We give NASA like $60 million a day, and they can't even go back to the moon yet. That's weird. Earth is flat, bro. So let's talk about how we know the Earth's flat. You see this horizon out here? The horizon is horizontal. That's where the word horizon comes from. Horizontal means flat. That's what that means. So of course water always finds its level, that's why it's flat. That's how we have elevation of those hills over there. There's a distance above the ocean water. It's called sea level. Because it's level and flat. How's 70% of the earth ocean water that's flat on a ball?
Oh, can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, if the world is round, why is everything perfectly just cut off at the same time?
Hey, bro, I suggest you
Everything.
tell
That
them
might be a big
tell
wall
them look
out
out
there.
there. Do you see
You know what I'm
any
saying?
kind of
They come out
curvature?
That's what I'm saying.
That's
flat right there.
They paint it. You know, they paint different textures, different days, different clouds, for different ways.
The thing you said about horizontal, that's epic.
I'm telling you.
Like every couple minutes, just throw that out for the people walking by.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully they pick it up.
Dude, you gotta plant the seeds.
Yeah,
Much
yes,
love,
sir.
bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, look at some people. San Diego's showing out. We got people that aren't brainwashed here. A lot of you guys are breathing oxygen. A lot of people know that the Earth's not a spinning ball. The Earth is flat. Earth's flat, bro. Do you know the Earth's flat, dude? You think it's crazy? Look at the water, man. It's flat. That's why the horizon is called the horizon, because it's horizontal. They're lying to you about space. So ask your teacher when they show you a cartoon of a planet, ask them, how do you have a vacuum next to pressure? That's impossible. It's called the second law of thermodynamics. They will not answer the question, by the way. They lying. We've never been to space. Don't make this weird. It's a pretty big deal. I mean, you might ask yourself, why is this guy coming and killing my vibe on the microphone? I'm chilling by the beach. I hate to be the guy that comes and kind of kills your vibe, but it's the biggest lie ever told. The government's come out and admitted they censor it. And I've been kicked off every major platform, as have dozens of us that try to speak this truth. And so this is the only way to even get the word out there anymore. Isn't that weird? Flat Earth is so crazy that they have to forcibly censor it. That's how you know they're not hiding anything. I can't talk about this next subject too much, but you know how over the last year and a half they've been telling you that you have curfews and lockdowns and to be scared of the air and to take experimental things? And every doctor that comes out and questions that, they kick them off of YouTube. It's pretty similar, huh? You normally don't have to censor people when you're telling the truth. Isn't that interesting? Here's an analogy for you guys. It's like you have a girlfriend and she stays on Snapchat. It's because Snapchat disappears, bro. She's cheating on you. That's the cheaters app. Sorry if I'm busting some of you out, but if your girl's always on Snapchat, she's talking to someone else, bro. Because the evidence disappears. Hence why we disappear off YouTube and on Facebook and Instagram. Because we tell the truth. And the government doesn't want you to know that they lied. You know, like some people are out here by the beach. It's beautiful. The sun's about to set. And they're wearing a mask because the TV told them to. Speaking of the sunset, when this sun sets in the distance, Flat Earth says it's because the sun moves away in the distance. The Globe Earth says we're falling backwards 1,000 miles per hour and it just looks like the sun's moving, but it's actually sitting still. And that's legit the official story. And I'm a conspiracy theorist. Yo, the sun just moves away. You can't see it. Do you know the Earth's actually flat, bro? Earth is flat, man. Someone say something? Oh, okay. Do you think you can debate it?
You have a helmet on, you cunt!
You did
Put your helmet back on!
Hey, come debate me, bro. Come debate me, bro. Hey, how did we see... Alright, how did we see mountains 300 miles away that should have been blocked by 3 miles of Earth curvature based on the radius value of the sphere Earth?
Yeah! How?
300 miles away should be blocked by 3 miles of Earth curvature. How does that work?
Look out at the sunset, homie!
By the way, no one ever answers. People tough behind their little net up there, though. Hey, they lied about the Earth, bro. Don't make it weird. Says the guy that's talking trash behind the net. Why don't you come over here? Hey, did you guys know they lied about the Earth is flat, bro? Sounds crazy, but I tested it for 5 years. You can prove it. We shot a laser 31 miles completely flat. How did it make it 31 miles? Should have been blocked by Earth curvature. How's that work? Yeah.
Where was it?
In like, well, I didn't shoot the 31 mile laser. I shot one like 12.
You see the one that they did in Arizona?
Maybe.
So Arizona is known for their flat land. So they went out there just to, like if you do it in California, they're gonna find some way to, debunk it or talk shit about it. But they went out to Arizona where it's all flat.
Right.
I think they went up to 36 kilometers, which that's more in miles, right?
Less.
Less?
Yeah.
They went a far distance.
Yeah.
They started off 1 mile, went to 5 miles, ended up at like 30-something miles or kilometers, and they shot a laser. And apparently, with the Earth's curvature, at that distance, it should be higher.
Yeah, like hundreds of feet should be blocking it.
Yeah, the camera is pointed on it, and you see the laser. You know what I mean? Pointed like directly in the camera.
It's a joke.
And that's just light. That's light. You look out here. That's flat, my boy.
Dude, it's so flat,
it's
bro.
It's right there.
Yeah.
And
all over the world, bro. I traveled the U.S. this whole year. This is what it all looks like. How flat everywhere, but it's a ball.
And what about the bottom? Gravity's just holding up all that water at the bottom of there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gravity bends the water and just holds it at the bottom of a ball that spins around.
And we're spinning so fast, you can't feel it at all.
Yeah, we're spinning 1,000 miles per hour, you just can't feel it. It's crazy. But no one's ever thought about it, bro. Like that's, like the Earth's actually flat. It's not a ball. We can't go to space. Outer space is fake. The government's lying like they always do. NASA's not the one exception of the government that doesn't lie. See that horizon out there? It's horizontal. That's where the word horizon comes from. Horizontal means flat.
Yeah, that's a t-shirt right there.
Yo, it's so simple. If you have a bottle of water and you flip it every direction, it'll always find its level because water always finds its level. That's what water does. So how we have all the oceans on the Earth on a ball? Do you guys know the Earth's flat? Yes. Nice. San Diego's showing out. Check them out. You know the Earth's flat, bro? Alright. Look into it, my dude. Hey, do you know the Earth's flat? Hey, just if you think the Earth's flat, just keep walking away. I'm glad we're in agreement. Yo, did you know we haven't been back to the moon since 1969 because they destroyed the technology and they haven't been able to rebuild it back? That's what they said. That's weird. They can't recreate the technology from the 60s and I'm the conspiracy theorist? Big. Did you guys know we don't have real pictures of the Earth from space being a ball and NASA admits their cartoons?
Photoshop.
They're Photoshopped because they have to be, quote unquote, Robert Simmons.
There wasn't Photoshop when they took the first picture.
Of the moon?
My guy!
Yeah, but the moon landing was fake, bro. You still believe in the moon landing? If the moon landing's fake, there's no real picture. You can look into it.
Walt Disney was the producer for the space landing.
Dude, Walt Disney worked with NASA, literally, openly.
They're Nazis.
And Nazis, yeah. What's up, man?
Skate park here with some of you guys are throwing beers over?
No.
No, are you guys one throwing the beers over?
We saw some dude throwing beer over.
Yeah. That way. Alright, cool. Yeah, they reporting.
Do you know the Earth is flat?
We told him not to.
Earth's flat, bro.
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving, right, bro? He tried to tell you. He tried to tell you what's up. Kyrie was risking millions of dollars to tell you guys what's up, and you still didn't listen. You wonder why famous people don't say nothing, you don't listen. Steph came out and said the moon landing's fake. Well, they jumped on that man. They're like, you better come out with some new moon shoes. We're taking you to NASA for the cameras, buddy. Take it back. And that point, even Shaq said it. B.O.B. said it. Shaq said it. The Earth is flat, bro. Don't make this weird. You guys think the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles per hour right now? Do you feel like you're spinning 1,000 miles per hour? You must have been drinking tequila, my dude. Earth not spinning, bro. Earth is flat. Did you know that NASA means to deceive in Hebrew? It's a unit. NASA means to deceive in Hebrew. I would like to say that you guys are doing pretty good out here breathing the air. Some of you guys. Why are you scared of the air? You're on the beach. It's the beach, dude. Hey, you guys know the Earth is flat and they lied, and you can't have gas pressure next to a vacuum of space that defies the second law of thermodynamics. The gas pressure would fill the vacuum instantly. That's impossible. And water always finds its level, so how is 70% of the surface of the Earth ocean water if it's a ball? How we see mountains from 300 miles away should have been blocked by 3 miles of curvature, and 253 miles away, 212 miles away, and 178 miles away. How we see the skyline of Chicago across Lake Michigan from 60 miles away should have been completely blocked by Earth curvature, but we could see it. Did we go X-ray vision like Superman and look through the curve of the Earth? Where is the curve of the Earth? Can anyone find it? It's not up there. That's clearly flat. I wonder where is that? It's in cartoons from the government. That's weird. I've seen cartoons of Superman and Dora the Explorer. They're not real either. It's not real. Yeah, none of you guys have ever thought about it, bro. That's the truth.
You talking about satellites?
Yeah, sure. Alright, we're gonna talk about satellites. Alright, so they say they shoot satellites out into space and then they effectively free fall around the ball. That's all a lie. Did you know that we've caught quote-unquote satellites falling out of the sky on camera like a dozen times? They were attached to balloons. Literal satellites attached to balloons. What's up with that? That's even in The Simpsons, by the way. They even show you satellites around balloons. Did you know if you go to NASA's website, they literally have an entire page dedicated to the Satelloon project? Did you know that whenever Google had to give internet to people in a remote area in 2018, they didn't use satellites, they put up balloons. Did you know what kind of balloons that the gas uses in balloons? It's helium. Guess who's the #1 purchaser of helium in the world? NASA. They buy 90% of the world's helium supply. That's probably a coincidence. Interesting. There's not any satellites floating around in a vacuum 10,000 miles away. That's stupid. That's stupid. Yeah, don't make this weird. Earth is flat, dude. It's not a big deal. Do you guys know that they lied about the Earth is flat? You don't think so?
I don't know.
It's flat, my dude.
Why is the sun round? Come on.
It's a light. It's a circular light. What's that to do with the Earth? Yeah. Can you prove that the sun's a sphere? No. Yeah, I'll give you $200 if you can get 3 questions about the globe, though.
$200?
Yeah. You kind of know what's up, though.
About the what?
About the official story of the globe Earth.
Oh, no, I can't.
Yeah, there's flat.
I can debate you.
Then you can debate me?
Yeah, what is it?
What are the questions?
Yeah.
What degree tilt is the Earth on? You're right. No argument. We were supposed to learn this a long time ago, bro. They just showed us cartoons and then said, let's move on to you came from apes. Here's a volcano. Did you guys know the Earth's flat and they lied? They lied, bro. Look, my man knows what's up. You guys think we went to the moon? Did you guys? Oh, whoa, chill out, little homie. Chill out, little homie. It's okay. Did you guys know that they lied about the Earth? It's actually flat. You know that?
I didn't.
Check her out. She's going to the moon now. Did you guys know the Earth's actually flat and they lied? I think that's crazy, don't you? How do we know it's a ball? Do you think the government would ever lie? The government would never lie. They love us. That's why they told us to wear a mask outside and be scared of the very thing that keeps you alive, air. Because they love you and never lie. So the government lies all the time, but NASA's the one part that doesn't lie. Duh. That's interesting. I'm not a fan of the award of the best rapper, but they give the Moon Man award to the best actor. let's go straight to the source. Let's ask NASA. How do you explain the occurrence of lunar waves? How do we only see one half of the lunar phase? Why do we see air bubbles you view in space? Why is it so important to light of the human race? Million-mile internet that travels light years, but they can't stow a space shuttle where you in the atmosphere. To blast off, you gotta track in Freemasonry, an acronym that stands for not a space agency. VOB tried to tell you guys what's up. Did you guys know that all the astronauts that went to space are Masons? Some of them don't publicly say, but they all show you with their hand signs, though. That's another coincidence. Did you guys know that when NASA was founded, that they put a Nazi in charge of the space exploration? His name was Werner von Braun, SS officer of the Nazis. Do you guys think that Nazis would ever lie? Well, the Nazis worked with NASA, so did you know NASA lies and works with Nazis? Do you think that the Nazis tell us the truth about going to the moon in black and white and we still can't go back? This is weird. It's fake, bro. Hey, we checked the air. It's okay. It's okay. I checked the air for you guys. It's okay. Thank me later. I accept Cash App. Hey, did you know they lied about the Earth is actually flat? It doesn't move and it's contained in outer space as a vacuum is fake and we've never been to space. I know you guys hear me with those headlines on. Okay, yeah. The second law of thermodynamics debunks outer space. Okay, we physically measured the surface of the Earth. Is that physical evidence? No, we never get any answers. People just act tough from a distance, bro. Come on. There's a few hundred people that would love to see you come debate me and embarrass me right now on the internet. Just come embarrass me, bro. I'm done. Yeah, I would destroy you, bro. Hey, how did we see the mountains from 273 miles away? There should be 3 miles of Earth curvature. How did we see them? Gravity? Gravity is how we saw the mountains.
You're wrong.
Are you asking if I believe in gravity? Do you have any scientific evidence that proves gravity? The fact that you're standing on the ground proves gravity? Okay, let me ask you a question. Why would we be floating in the air? You're more dense than the air. No, you're not. You're more dense than the air. Do you know what density is?
You literally sound retarded. You sound like a fucking retard.
That's why you won't come down here and get embarrassed on the internet and get put on TikTok. Yeah, hey, since I'm so retarded, I want you to hear this. Whenever you let go of a helium balloon, it goes up. It's not because it's gravity proof. It's because it's lighter than the surrounding air. That's why the helium balloon goes up. You stay on the ground because you're heavier than the air. Very simple. Where's gravity? Actually, if you want to get, I'm so stupid, I can't get too technical with most people, but everything's intrinsically electrostatic, right? Specifically dielectric. So if I stick my feet on the ground, I shock you as electrostatics. You roll a balloon on your head, stick it to the wall with electrostatics. Everything's electrostatic. You, the asphalt, the wood, glass, rubber, you name it. Everything, intrinsically, every molecule. It's 10 to the 39th power stronger than gravity even claims to be. That's 39 zeros. You can never isolate gravity. Physically impossible. It hasn't been claimed to be isolated or manipulated on the terrestrial plane of the Earth ever. So anyway. But I ain't gotta get into that. When you let go of a helium balloon, it goes up because it's lighter than air. Whenever you drop this microphone, it goes down. It's heavier than the air. It's more dense than the air. If I throw the beach ball in the air, it falls down. If I take it to the bottom of the water and let go of it, it goes up. It's because the water is more dense than the air. It's very simple. A ping pong ball falls down until you throw it in a beer. Yeah, balloons gravity proof? Are helium balloons gravity proof? They're like, nah. Gravity's like, yes, someone else got dibs on that balloon. I gotta leave it alone. There's no scientific evidence for gravity ever.
Hey, my boy, I got a question for you.
But it has to exist first of all.
We're kids and we accidentally let go of that balloon and it goes up. Where does it stop?
Depends. It normally stops like at a certain higher level in the atmosphere based on the air around it. It gets really dense high up. If you pop that balloon, all the gas in that balloon will go all the way up till it hits the container.
Firmament.
Yes. Of course.
What's the container made out of?
That's a good question. What is the firmament made of?
No clue about this.
I don't know what it's made of. We can't go up there, man. It's illegal.
Carbon fibers.
Something. It's impenetrable.
Yo, if you have RH negative blood, can you go to Antarctica?
I don't know. I think I might though, so maybe I can go.
If you can get close to Antarctica, they're probably gonna blast you.
Yeah, did you guys know you can't go to Antarctica? Every country in the world signed a treaty that you can't go there. They're not hiding anything.
Hopping out the Uber?
That's not weird. China and Russia and America, they hate each other, but they all signed a deal together that said you can't go to Antarctica, which would prove the theories of all.
Wait, so he's saying the countries go to war, but they agree to sign an agreement to not go to Antarctica?
Yeah, these countries go to war, but they signed a treaty to not go to Antarctica. Duh. Did you guys even know that? Antarctic Treaty? Hey, you know there's something called the Antarctic Treaty and every country signed it and they drew a circle around you and said you can't go outside of it? And that would prove the Earth's a ball and the Earth's not a ball, it's flat and there's an ice wall that contains the water. They lied, brother. Every country signed a treaty in the 50s, it's still intact. What's up with that? What are they hiding over there? That's weird. Do you guys know that? That's weird, isn't it? Antarctic Treaty, bro, look it up. Now, the government would never lie. NASA said they went to space, and if you don't believe it, you're not a patriot. Thank you, bro.
You hate puppies if you don't believe NASA.
If you don't believe in NASA, you hate puppies. And you're a genocidal maniac that probably gonna kill your grandmother because you're breathing the air out here. You're so selfish. How dare you? How dare you? People are dying. You guys get real quiet and awkward when I talk about that. I can't really talk about it too much anyway. Lucky for you, YouTube will kick it off.
Why can't you like this, dude?
Hey, did you guys know that the Earth's flat? Earth's flat. It's flat, yo. They lied. Just don't make it weird. We shot a laser, bro. Lasers go really straight. If you put a laser right above the ground and you shoot it on a ball, the ground's gonna block the laser because it's curving. It didn't block the laser though. Interesting. Did you know that the military has documents that they declassified that says the Earth is flat? Why does the military declassified documents say the Earth is flat? It's weird. One of them is called electromagnetic propagation over a flat Earth. They built ground weapon systems with towers. So they built towers, that's ground weapon systems. Electromagnetic propagation over a flat Earth. They had to assume the Earth was a dielectric plane for horizontal propagation. If the Earth was curving, it would block the horizontal propagation. Why does the military spend billions of dollars on ground weapon systems that assume the Earth is flat and it wouldn't work? Crickets. Crickets. Because I see some people in the distance acting like I'm crazy, but you don't got an answer. You don't got an answer. How come whenever the military creates ballistic missiles and they shoot them, they assume that the Earth is flat and not spinning, or they wouldn't hit their target? How come they have a railgun that shoots 100 miles and it wouldn't work on a globe, but they say that they assume that it's just flat? They shoot the railgun. They don't account for curvature. How's that work? Dude, we never get any, like, actually for me, I'm like past the point of trying to convince people that aren't open-minded though. It's like, bro, put your mask on, it's a curfew, bro. It's like, I'm just trying to plant seeds of people that want to know the truth, man. If you're honest, you didn't know there were military documents, you've never read them, you didn't know that. Did you know that the military declassified and said that the CIA runs the news? The mainstream news is run by the CIA. It's called Mockingbird, Operation Mockingbird. When you watch CNN and Fox News, you're watching the CIA. That's what the CIA said. But you guys have never read it. They were even asked about this in Congress and said, wait, are you saying news anchors are CIA agents? And the CIA head representative said, we need to continue this conversation behind closed doors. It's on video. You can read Operation Mockingbird yourself. It's like 672 pages long. So you guys are watching the news every morning. It's run by the government. The government would never lie. Why they lie about weapons of mass destruction and then stay over there for 13 more years after they admitted they weren't there and all my friends died?
Hey, my boy, I got a question for you. He said I can ask.
Yeah.
I have one question, and you got 3 seconds to answer. Trump or Biden? 3.
False binary. False binary. Every president's related and tracks back to English royalty.
No, Trump's true.
If I had to pick one of the two, it wouldn't be Joe Biden, but I don't have to pick one of the two.
Is voting bullshit?
Nah. You know, they said that Trump and Hillary were, like, hated each other? That's not true. Hillary was on the second row of Donald Trump's wedding.
Dude, have you ever gotten EDD in your life?
EDD?
Or from the pandemic till now?
No.
EDD? No?
No. Where's that? Where's ED?
Like the payments.
That's Trump.
Oh.
That's Trump.
Man, I mean, it's like, I would say he's like the fastest kid in the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that they all suck. Is what I'm saying. Like, he's the best president ever. But they all suck.
He's like the hottest girl in the trailer park.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And
That's maybe more perfect.
And people like to say Obama, first black president, he's the best. No.
Obama also tracks back to English royalty.
Yeah. He just half related.
Honestly, I look at it, man, they use politics to divide us, and we get to pick out of the family reunion every 4 years.
And it all leads to the same thing?
Yeah, they're all on the same team.
It's all on the same team.
Literally, they're all
I
related.
definitely agree with that.
Yeah, and so it's like Joe Biden or Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump or right or left or blue or red or black or white, right? Whatever they can keep divided.
Division.
Yeah, divide and conquer, bro.
Yeah, that's what you know. That's the problem.
Already.
So I fuck with Trump because he's. I mean, I just prefer him over.
Yeah, sure.
You know who he's going against.
Yeah,
At the same time, I know they're all puppets.
Oh yeah.
You see the strings sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's alright. He's better than them, I'll say that.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he's funny.
You ever been to the Trump Towers?
No, I was just in Vegas with Saya. I didn't go into them.
Hey, Trump Towers.
Trump Towers.
I'm big on the politics. I know what none of the presidents that come out and tell you that they can't really go to space, and that it's fake and violates the second law of thermodynamics. Great question. What's the second law of thermodynamics? It says that systems seek equilibrium, right? So spontaneous. So heat goes to cold, high pressure goes to low pressure. A simple example is when you open up a soda, it goes psh. That's the second law of thermodynamics because the high pressure built up in the soda that's tightly sealed and carbonated, once you remove the container, it equalizes the lower pressure outside of the soda. That's why a drink will eventually not be fresh anymore. And it instantaneously seeks equilibrium. That's the second law of thermodynamics. You can't have gas pressure called the atmosphere, which is dumb, there's no sphere, sitting next to a vacuum without a container. The gas would go into the vacuum seeking equilibrium. It's called the second law of thermodynamics. And trust me, there is no rebuttal. I debate astrophysicists, they can't answer it either. So save me, you're dumb. Look, this sun is sitting still, but we're falling backwards.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna be upset if you stop speaking that truth, bro.
Nah, y'all can't, bro.
Keep speaking about
yeah,
what
stay, bro. Stay up.
Believe that you done. Yo.
Alright, let me give you one of you guys a card.
Yeah.
And then I got a QR code on here, and you can.
I already followed you on Instagram, my boy.
Cool. Then you're good.
I just need the feed to the live.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got that QR code, bro.
Yeah.
Throw him one if he wants.
Yes, sir.
I'll just leave you over here. Oh, good.
Hell yeah. I just want to say I appreciate you, bro. Going around, spreading the truth.
Yeah, man.
Looking for real, bro. Yeah, I do engineering. I was like, I've gone through all the content. I just made a fucking Word doc of like all the most sensible flat Earth shit because like you tell people and people laugh at you. You're like, bro, like you think I'm fucking dumb and like I'm a person who knows. Like,
yeah. Cool, bro.
It's
hey,
funny, but
stay strong, bro.
Yeah, keep doing it.
Much love, man. Thanks for coming and kicking it. They lied about the Earth. Surface of the Earth is never curving. That's for certain. So if you just think about this logically, if you look out at the sun, you see how like at noon it was right over your head, and now it's over there, right? It moves in the sky every day. It's because the sun moves in the sky. That's why it does that. And eventually it's going to get so far away, you can't see it. Like if I look at the end of this boardwalk, I can't see everyone. Just like when I look at these light poles, they look like they're getting lower and lower until I can't see them. They're all the same height though. Right? It's called perspective. That's what the sun's doing. It's getting so far away, it looks like it's going down, and eventually you won't see it anymore. Now on the globe, we're spinning, and the sun is sitting still. It never moves, according to the globe Earth in our sky. And we're falling backwards 1,000 miles an hour, so the sun looks like it's moving, and actually we're moving, we just feel like we're not moving. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. No, that sun is just moving. It's about to set. Also, how do we see the sun reflection on the water right there? You see that sun reflection on the water? How does that work? I thought the sun was 93 million miles away. Why is it reflecting just right there? It's impossible on the globe. Terra firma? You think the sun is terra firma?
No, we are terra. We're on the firma. We're on the firm land.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you guys know that they learned about the Earth? That sun's not 93 million miles away. It's way closer. You know how it looks like it's the same size as the moon? You know what Flat Earth says? The sun and the moon are the same size. You know what the Globe Earth says? That the sun is actually 400 times bigger than the moon. Just coincidentally, it's also exactly 400 times further away. Exactly. So they look like they're the same size, but they're not. What a cool story, bro. But they don't teach you this in school, because if you were offered those two options, you'd be like, that sounds like a stretch. I think it might just be the same size. I think maybe the sun's just moving. I'm not falling backwards 1,000 miles per hour during a sunset. That sounds dumb. And when your teacher said, well, you see the horizon looks like it's horizontal, it's because it's either horizontal or actually you just can't tell that it's curving. You'd be like, but it looks flat though. So, the Earth is flat, and there's a container over top of it, and it doesn't move. It sits still. It's not a ball. Yeah, I gotta plant the seeds in the little homies too. No, it's not. NASA told me it's the moon. The government would never lie. They're weirdos. Defending the government. The same government that put fluoride in your water. So you'd have pretty teeth. Did you know fluoride's a rat poison? Fluoride isn't rat poison. Why are you drinking it? That's dumb. The government doesn't care about you. You're a statistic. Just like they give you a piece of paper and they tell you that's money and it gets less valuable every year, and the Federal Reserve is a private company that gives you the paper and says, you gotta pay us money for the paper. That's dumb. You know on the back of your dollar it has it all sitting around the pyramid that says New World Order? That's not weird. That's not weird. The government doesn't love you, and they lied about everything, including the Earth. Hey, do you guys know the Earth's actually flat?
No,
Earth's flat?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? I thought it sounded crazy too, bro. I've looked into it for 5 years.
Who told you?
I physically measured the surface. They lied.
Who? Who they like?
Like NASA lied. The government lied. Yeah, NASA. They lied.
I mean, there's no way to be flat. Otherwise, we can always go to whatever we want. It doesn't matter if it's flat or if it's round, as long as there is water in between. What's the difference? It's not different. If it's flat or...
It shows that they're lying to all of us and that they...
What,
I have a question. What's the advantage in them telling us?
What's the advantage? Why lie?
Why would they tell us that?
Yeah, they drew a circle around you called the Antarctic Treaty and told the slaves to stay in it, and maybe there's more land outside of it. Ancient maps show there's way more land outside of it, and they told us to stay in it. It worked so well that no one out here even knows the circle exists, so we're effectively in a playpen. Also, they told you everything came from nothing, and you're just a tiny grain of sand in this ever-expanding universe, and that sun is way bigger than you, and the stars are suns, and you're insignificant. The Earth doesn't move, it's the center of everything, so someone had to put it there.
You surrounded in Earth, you surrounded in me, until God comes in and take us and to the day of the judgment.
Oh, if you're going to bring up God, I would just say God said the Earth was flat.
So if you talk about Earth and all this stuff that we talk about technology, the technology, we ever get the technology, because only God got technology. We don't have no technology.
You don't got to go to space to prove it, though. You can just measure it.
No, you cannot measure nothing.
You can measure the surface.
You got the brain, how he gave you the brain, it's like that.
Compared to him, sure.
He got a big brain to it.
And he knows that the Earth is not a ball.
And you know it's not straight, it's like circle. So now, we are surrounded. We're gonna live here, we cannot go to the...
So your argument is that it doesn't matter.
We cannot reach the sun.
Do you care if they're lying to children and telling them that they are insignificant?
I just tell you one thing, my friend. If we reach the sun, we got the technology.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Later, bro. So they're basically hiding the fact that Earth was created. Like, I'm anti-religious, but like there's a creator. So like you're really powerful. Then you have like a lot of power metaphysically, and it's harder to brainwash you if you know that. But let's look at NASA, $60 million every day. Every day. But really, like, why does the government ever lie, bro? Like, why do they lie about the weapons of mass destruction or whatever? Right? It's always for power and money and knowledge. Like, knowledge is power. So if you want to brainwash everyone on the earth, what better way than to like lie to them about where they live on the earth?
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I do agree the U.S. like population is 100% brainwashed.
Yeah, pretty much. Not 98%. Yeah. Do you guys know that the Earth's actually flat? They lie. Later, bro. Thanks for being open-minded. They lied about the Earth. You should check it out. Because we saw mountains from 273 miles away, and the radius value of the Earth they said we live on, which is 3,959 miles, would require there be 3 miles of physical hump of Earth curvature blocking the mountains, but we could see the mountains. That's impossible. See, the reason the lie works is because no one ever looks into it. They hear me say the Earth is flat, and they just start laughing and call me stupid, and they never researched it. That's why I offer $200 to anyone here that can get 3 questions right about the ball Earth that we learned in elementary school. I've traveled the United States for 9 months. Philly, New York City, Atlanta, all throughout Florida, Miami, Washington, D.C., all the way back across Seattle, back down. No one ever wins the money. No one in the American public knows anything about the Earth. And that's because the government-funded school system that taught you what they taught you left out crucial details on purpose so that you wouldn't know how to question it. No one even thinks about the Earth. They were 5. They showed them a globe, and they kept it pushing. And the teacher spun the globe, and you said, wait, will it not fall off the bottom? And she said, no. Gravity. And you're like, what's that? And she said, it's what keeps you to the ball. And you're like, okay, cool, when's recess? And then they show you cartoon pictures of planets, and you just keep it pushing. No one thinks about it. That's why the lie works. And then it taught you, here's what rate the surface of the Earth has to curve based on geometry because of the radius value. Let's go test it for a field trip. They would never do that because you would debunk it. They don't teach you the metrics or the curvature rate. Only flat earthers know the curvature rate is roughly 8 inches per mile squared. 7.98 inches per mile squared. No one knows. I know that they lied. Well, he said that it's flat. Every religious text ever says the earth is flat except for Mormonism and Scientology. That's weird. Oh yeah, I'm anti-religion.
Aztecs, Incas, they all say it.
Well, you're bringing up, I don't know, if you talk about God and religion, I'm just saying, well, every religious text says the earth is flat, so that doesn't help you.
Norse people,
Everyone.
the Hebrews,
The Egyptians. Do you know the Egyptians build Neolithic structures? Giant structures. They still line up with the same stones they did back then, today, thousands of years ago. How does that work if we're shooting through space all these different directions, going super fast? Spinning 1,000 miles per hour, going around the sun 66,600 miles per hour. As the sun shoots through space 500,000 miles per hour, dragging us with it. And then the galaxy goes 1.3 million miles per hour through the universe. And yet our sky just does perfect circles every year and resets for thousands of years. No, just the sky resets every year over top of a stationary Earth. That's what it does. And they all go around Polaris, the star in the center. That's called the North Pole star, Polaris. Right? And that's directly over the North Pole or the center of the surface of the Earth. Also illegal to go there, by the way. You can't fly within 500 miles of each direction of the center, and you can't legally go to the outside. No one knows that. They're just trying to get on TikTok and get some followers on the gram. Slide through Snap and find a baddie. Stare at their phone all day on TikTok talking about small base, pretty face, and a big bay. I wonder if the Cowboys or the Eagles going to win this summer. Right? You like Joe Biden or Donald Trump? Neither one of them, bro. They're psychopaths, bro. Why I gotta pick one? That's weird. That's weird, bro. What? I know, I'm just trying to plant the seeds, man. What can you do? In a world. Oh, nice. Earth is flat. That's a fact. If you be children, fall back. What about the moon landing? We've never been back to the moon since we supposedly went in 1969. That's 50 years, and we give them $60 million a day, and they can't do what they did in the 60s. And they called the president from 250,000 miles away on a landline, and it had no delay. And yet we can't go back. And then they brought moon rocks back and gave them to different governments, and one of the governments was Holland, and they tested the moon rocks. Turns out it was actually petrified wood, not real moon rocks. I bet you wouldn't have to bring fake moon rocks back if you really went to the moon, would you? And the official story from NASA is that we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back. That is a quote from Don Pettit, a world-renowned astronaut, when he was asked about why can't we go back to the moon. Another excuse for the reason they can't prove we went to the moon is all the telemetry data that were literal miles long of data on reels. They accidentally lost it and recorded over it. Also official story. So they accidentally lost all the evidence. They brought back fake moon rocks, and they still haven't been able to go back. And they claim they destroyed the technology, the biggest accomplishment in the history of mankind. They went and jumped on the moon and started playing golf. But we can't go back in 2021. You can't go back because they never went. And under their own admission, a Nazi is supposedly the one that took us there. Werner von Braun. No, you can't reach the sun. Why? Because there's a firmament, and it looks like it's embedded in that. There's a firmament over top of the earth. Yeah. The creator can do anything, bro. He's thrown. Do you guys know a lot about the earth? It's actually flat. That sound crazy? Earth's flat, bro. Can't go to outer space. That's fake, bro. You think the government would never lie? Hey, if I'm crazy, I'll give you $200 if you can get 3 questions right about the globe Earth, and I'll even tell you what the first question is. It's how many times does the Earth supposedly spin every day? See, I just know that no one knows anything about it. Most people know that one when they think about it. How many times does the Earth rotate every single day? Like, the answer's in the question. Okay, you don't care, but we don't care that you don't care. I don't know how you put that together after 30 minutes of screaming from behind the net. Hiding like a little girl. So anyway, the reason that this is important is every country works together, and they got you scared on the news that's run by the CIA talking about China or Russia or whatever. No, it's government versus people, bro. They are all in a treaty called the Antarctic Treaty. And then they got you arguing about left or right wings. The wings of the same bird hits the eagle being the symbol with the all-seeing on the back of your dollar, the most circulated piece of money in the history of mankind, the world reserve currency. It says New World Order on it. That's why they put on the one, because everyone's touched at least a $1 bill. And they got you arguing about Joe Biden or Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump whenever Hillary Clinton was on the second row of Donald Trump's wedding. That's how you know they hate each other. Then they got you arguing about race. You're black and white. What a cool story, bro. I don't change race throughout the summer, dude. It's called the human race. We have different color skin. Get over it. It's not a big deal. But if you can argue about race and politics, and they keep you divided, distracted, and then they pull off tricks. They pass laws where they increase your taxes, which is also illegal, by the way. You know, you have to pay those, allegedly. Not financial advice. Right? But they steal your money, they fund wars, they send our loved ones overseas to die for wars that they started. The CIA sold more guns and more drugs than anyone else in the history of the world. The CIA has come out and admitted that they control the mainstream news, Operation Mockingbird, for the purposes of national security. And this is from decades ago, so what do you think they're doing now? How bad do you think it is now? They admitted the news anchors were CIA agents. Well, in fact, they refused to answer the question and said the conversation needed to be continued in private. They also have declassified and admitted something called MKUltra. The CIA studied how to brainwash people with frequencies. This is real and declassified. Oh, that's how you know the government loves you. They literally looked at how to brainwash you with frequencies. Literal brainwash, MKUltra, right? And then they came out and admitted that they control the media. Well, guess what? The TV is called a television because it tells lies to your vision. It puts out frequencies. You have a remote control because they remote view you. You channel the frequencies, and then you get programmed with your TV program. And that's literally what it is that's happening. You guys wake up, drink your coffee, sit down, and say, CNN, what am I supposed to do today? Or I'm more woke, I watch Fox News. And they tell you your curfew, where you're allowed to go, what restaurants let you in now, what you have to wear, if you're allowed to go out of your house. It's the government giving you your daily orders every morning, and then they give you some fear story. People die here, people die here, people die, people die, people die. Here's a little live ticker to show you how many people are dying. How come we didn't count how many people have been dying from the flu over the year? That's weird. Not medical advice, though. Because I can't get into details about that, I'll get kicked off YouTube. That's how you know they're not hiding anything. When big tech works with government, you know what that's called? When companies work for the government and on behalf of the government, that's called fascism. That's what fascism actually is. It's already here, bro. Because if I post anything, including medical journals, on my Facebook, gone. Instagram, gone. I can't have a doctor as a guest on my YouTube channel, it'll be terminated. I can't have a doctor come speak. And you guys don't see what's going on? As they give you curfews and lockdowns. You know, I'm not in a prison. I don't have curfews and lockdowns. You know who else has curfews and lockdowns? North Korea, China, Russia, the Soviet Union, the Nazis. Isn't it funny that China and North Korea agree with how America has run their country for the last year and a half? Yeah, you know who else has lockdowns? Literal prisons.
don't know. We came here to have fun, not listen to you.
Sorry, you're triggered. They should bring an oxygen. We came here to have fun because the government let us out of our house today. We don't have a curfew today. We gotta enjoy it. So anyway, have you guys ever heard of Stockholm Syndrome? It's a psychological effect that happens whenever someone captures someone else. Eventually, they'll have this psychological response where they'll defend the person that kidnapped them. It's just a psychological thing that happens. That's what people do. They come around and they scream or get mad. It's like you defend the government that captured you and lied to you, and you're mad at me trying to free you. It's like I kicked in the door to the basement, and I was like, hey, bro, he's gone. You're in chains. Let's get you out of here. We're going to free you. And you're like, no, he loves me. He gives me a meal once a week. I'm like, no, he kidnapped you. He hates you. He's literally not going to let you leave. Let's get out of here. No, how dare you talk about him like that? It's called the Stockholm Syndrome. So, it's weird. Uncle Sam loves me. The government loves me. Hopefully I can call the government after my stream and see if I'm allowed to hang out anymore. I don't know. You guys know what's going to happen, by the way. If you guys keep complying and doing everything that they say, we're going to roll out a digital tracking system. And if you don't have your digital ID, if you don't have your digital ID, you can't go anywhere, buy, sell, or trade without it.
The government will get you, man.
The government will get me. You guys should wake up, bro. Wake up, wake up. Before it's too late. Y'all be walking around like some zombies drinking Kool-Aid. Yeah, for real. It's on the back of your dog for a reason. The New World Order is a conspiracy theory. That's why the whole world shut down the same day with the exact same rules at the exact same time. Because they don't work together at all. Hey. The government lies about everything. They lied to you about the nature of where you live. They lied to you about the beginning of things. They said, hey, look at this star in the sky. It's actually 10,000 light years away, and it's the same as the sun, and you can see them, but they're not here anymore. How did we know that? Well, we didn't measure it. We just made up numbers and had to change them 10 different times and change the distance to the sun 6 times in the last 100 years because we just make up theories that keep getting proven wrong, but that's science. It's science, bro. Like, when I see the star, the last thing I think is, that's the same as the sun. That's stupid. You know what? Who lies? The government, dog. Who's a bad word now? I'm not even supposed to say who on the internet anymore. That's an organization that owns me, and I'm not allowed to question them. Yeah. In the world where I tell people they lied about the earth and it's flat, they think it makes me stupid, but they know nothing about it and have never researched it and can't tell me one reason that I'm wrong or debate me, but they can just call me names and they defend the government that lies to them about everything. And NASA, a governmental agency, lied to them with cartoons, and they literally think it makes them smart to come attack me, who has actually looked at all the cartoons, look at the articles where they admit their cartoons, has actually taken real pictures and real measurements and take laser tests, and we prove that they lied. And if they defend their lies, that makes them smart. Welcome to Clown World. Clown World 2021, ladies and gentlemen. Why are you guys leaving my light off? I need a light the most. What's up, guys? In a world. My flat earth one of them is called the C flats. Pull the
phone speaker further away. Pull the phone further away from the speaker. Dude, you see the speakers all the way over there. Does it sound that bad? Oh, maybe it's because it's this. It's speaking of this. I'll do it like right here.
Does it sound better there? Does it sound better over here? You guys tell me.
You crushing, bro. Thank you. But I really do appreciate the feedback on the mic because sometimes it does sound really bad. So.
Does the mic sound bad? Does it sound bad over here or does it sound better?
Sounds good. Sounds better, yeah.
In a world.
It's pretty cool background, right? I mean, not too bad. Better. I know it does sound really bad, but like the audio sounds good in person. It's wild. It sounds bad on the online usually.
So yeah, there you go. I'll give you $200 if you can get 3 questions right, but no one ever gets the money right. It's whatever. But gets the questions right because no one knows anything about the Earth. But I'm just letting you know, the Earth is flat. It doesn't move. It's contained. You're laughing. You think the government would never lie? Do you think the moon landing's real? Yeah. It's just so weird. Like people act like I'm dumb, and then I'm like, so you believe in stories from the Nazis? Yeah, who's crazy here? You believe in a movie in black and white that's admittedly done by a Nazi. The Nazis were known for propaganda films, but they would never lie. Most people don't know that NASA worked with Nazis. Did you know that NASA worked with Disney, the world's biggest animation company? Why'd they work with Disney? That's weird. That makes total sense. That's science. Duh. NASA worked with Disney. That's science. Nazis lie. It was no different when they faked the moon landing. Moon landing's fake, bro. Earth is flat. You know why you don't feel like you're moving? Because the Earth doesn't move. And the Earth is contained. There's something contained.
I thought it was the beer I drank, bro.
That's the only way you're going to be moving, dude. Is if you drink some beer. Hey, do you guys know the Earth's flat?
I do.
Do you really? Oh, check them out! San Diego's base. That's what I'm talking about. You guys know they lie. The Earth's actually flat. It sounds crazy. You gotta look into it. It's a lot of info. They lied. Ask your teacher, how do you have gas pressure next to a vacuum? She's not gonna answer it. Say it's the second law of thermodynamics. She's gonna say the word gravity. Ask her to define it and how it overrides a natural law. Do you guys know that the Earth is flat?
I've never heard that before.
It's flat, brother. Look, the water's flat, bro.
Keep talking. We want to hear you.
All right, we measure the surface. It doesn't curve. A sphere has to curve. What? What? No, they're not.
If you look, they both kind of dip at the end.
Oh, well, the Globe Earth math says they don't dip on the sides. It's too big. I'll tell you the math exactly. It's a circumference value of 24,901 miles with a radius value of 3,959 miles, spinning at 1,037 miles per hour east of the equator. Okay. You gotta use pi? That's how you get... I just told you the value. It's 24,901 miles. Okay, Google it. I'll give you $100 if I'm wrong. Come back over here and get my money, bro. That's so funny, bro. You're wrong. He said that you can see the horizons dipping on both sides. In the world. Wow, these lights not come on. Yep. Hey, bro, you better watch out when you're riding that bike. The Earth's spinning 1,000 miles per hour. You better watch out. You might fall off. Earth's flat, bro. It doesn't move, man. Don't make it weird. Do you guys know they lied about the Earth? It's actually flat and they've never been to outer space. That's all really stupid and fake and cartoons and the government always lies. And please don't make this weird. I didn't lie about the Earth, bro. I'm just trying to help you. Yeah, like, the government lie, bro. It's alright. At least you guys are breathing oxygen. I can definitely give you guys a plus for that. Because the government says that is not okay. You're being a rebel right now. See, this is how you're supposed to be. Obey the government. They love you. Do you know the Earth is flat, bro? They lied about the Earth. You're special because the Earth was created, because it's the center of everything. It doesn't move. And the sky resets over top of us. Interesting. Oh, that's why you think this, because of religion. No, I hate religion. Oh, sorry, brother, that was the Earth spin. Do you guys know that the Earth is flat and they lied? They lied, brother. The Earth's flat, right? You see that water out there? It's flat. You see how the horizon's horizontal? You know, the Earth's covered in ocean water that's flat. How does that work on a ball? It doesn't work, bro. It doesn't work. How did we shoot a laser 31 miles if the Earth curvature should have blocked the laser? How do we see mountains 273 miles away if there should be 3 miles of Earth curvature blocking it? Based on the radius value of 3,959 miles, with a curvature rate of 7.98 inches per mile squared, where the physical curvature is at 1.225 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. There's no answer, brother. If the Earth's a ball with a radius of 3,959 miles, we have to see the curvature of the Earth at 1.225 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. 1 times the square root of 1 is 1. So if we're 1 foot off the ground, we should see the curvature of the Earth at 1.2 miles. But we can see the horizon over 10 miles from 1 foot off the ground. In Santa Barbara, right down the street, we can see oil rigs with a horizon behind it over 10 miles away. That's 10 miles too far. How does that work on a ball? It does not. It's a physical geometric impossibility that debunks the radius value. What they told you the Earth is literally not true. It's impossible. It is impossible. It's impossible. Wait, what?
And we're supposed to believe you?
No, you should go test it yourself. Obviously, you do a good. Your habit is to just believe people. That's your problem. Do you guys know that they lied about the Earth is actually flat? Don't make this weird. I know it sounds crazy. The Earth's flat. When he grows up, tell him he's special because the Earth was created for him. It doesn't move. It's contained. The sky resets over top of the Earth in perfect circles around Polaris every year. Even Google will tell you that.
Sorry, it's getting dark.
The North Star, Polaris, has been in the center of the sky for all recorded history, and all the other stars do perfect circles around it every year. How's that work on a ball?
What about the Southern Cross?
What about the Southern Cross? Yeah, you just go walk further away from the center, you can see a different portion of the sky. And also, there's a bunch of different explanations about the Southern Star Trails that I can't stamp one of them for sure. It works like that in a dome or a magnetic field. It's just perception. What's up?
That's famous Sammy, he'll tell you.
Ask who?
Famous Sammy.
Famous Sammy. I don't know who it is. What's up with these lights? They glitching, you? It's probably gravity.
Flat, stationary, and the sky's the limit. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. Much love.
Uncle Sammy.
Sorry, the lights trash. Oh, Uncle Sammy?
Uncle Sam, yeah. Yeah, ask Uncle Sam. He'll tell you he loves you. Government loves you, man. Did you know that the Earth is actually flat, bro? It doesn't move. Did you know there's no scientific evidence of the Earth moving ever? Or gravity? Ever? Yeah, the Earth is flat. You can measure the surface.
Oh, I got one. What about, I know sometimes people are like, oh, well, they shoot lasers at the moon. They left behind a...
Okay, yeah. They claim that when they went to the moon landing, right, which they haven't been able to do for 15...
My friend's mom went to the moon one time.
Your friend's mom went to the moon? She dropped acid? Like, that's where the moon... That's the only place you can see the moon landing right there. It's on the TV screen. It's fake news with some harness
She
wires.
also wants to go to Uranus.
Interesting.
Uranus smells like far.
It's off limits, bro. Isn't it funny, though, that they named it that and all the planets are named after gods and their heavenly bodies? You're watching their religion, but you don't know that the powerful people have a religion and they're Luciferians. So anyway, they say that they went to the moon, they put a little reflector up there and they started shooting lasers at it, right? Hilariously enough, they actually claim to have done this before the reflector was there, so how'd that work? You wanna know what the truth is? They shoot this laser in the sky, right, and they don't get anything back like ever. And then occasionally they say they get like 1 photon back, which what is a photon? Anyway, I digress. It was just a dielectric pulse, but they say they get a photon back, right? Well, they don't even account how we're actually spinning underneath the laser and it hits the moon. How would it land right back in the same place? That's impossible. That's not how that works. Also, they don't ever, why don't they shoot it away from the moon and see if stuff comes back? They don't ever do that. Can they actually prove that things come back? It's just a fairy tale story. There is no reflector on the moon. You can't go there. It's definitely not something you can just walk on and play golf. That's dumb. The moon landing is actually just dumb. It's effectively an IQ test at this point. Back then, people watched black and white movies, so I can give them a little bit more leeway. If it's 2021, and you can watch 4K on your phone in your pocket, and you think the moon landing's real, you gotta chill on the LSD, bro. Actually, you would think maybe take something and see. No, I'm just kidding. I can't condemn that. maybe when you watch the movie, you're like, wow, this really is fake. But no, I'm just kidding. Just drink some water. I do not condone hallucinogenics.
But you lost technologies.
Hey, you guys know the Earth is flat and it doesn't move and it's contained and the sky resets over top of you and the government never went to outer space. It can't even exist as they've defined it. Look into it. Okay, obviously you care because you keep on getting triggered over there for like the whole hour I've been live.
You know that the Earth is flat. You can see the sun. It just sank in the ocean about 30 minutes ago.
Nah, just move to the distance so you can't see it anymore. It's called angular resolution limit perspective and atmospheric conditions. Yeah, look, dude, when you look at these light poles, you see how it looks like they're going down? You see them? It looks like they're going down as they get further away?
Right.
But they're all the same height.
Right.
Yeah, just when something gets really far away, it looks like it goes down and then disappears. That's what the sun does. It's getting far away. Over top of the Earth, moving.
My friend's mom likes to go down.
Oh, okay.
She's all over it, man.
You gotta troll better than that, man. His friend's mom likes to go down. In a world. Your friend's mom is like nursing home, mate, bro. It's weird.
Can I use your microphone for a second?
I gotta hold it. You can't say. If you say something too crazy, I'm gonna pull it away.
No, I'm not saying no, nothing
Okay.
crazy, but I just want to say, tell the government and everybody else and your group that keep your business with human beings. Don't get involved with God business. Thank you very much and have a good day.
All right, much love, bro. The Creator wants us to expose the lies of men. Hey, do you guys know that the government put fluoride in your water and it's an ingredient in rat poison? So you shouldn't don't drink water out of the tap. It's like super bad for your brain. It makes you docile. They used to give them to slaves in concentration camps. Yep, it's a neurotoxin, which means it's toxic to the brain. And it's found in rat poison, literally. And they put it in our water. And they give it to infants. Yeah. Yeah, the government loves you. That's why they make you drink a neurotoxin ingredient in rat poison. Government doesn't love you. Government takes your money, and then the government starts wars that we don't want anything to do with. Isn't it funny that every country we ever fight speaks Arabic? What a coincidence. Alright, let me read the super chat.
Thank you for the very generous super chat, Melissa McCall. Guys, I'm trying to figure out if I should get a hotel because I had to drive like almost 5 hours to get here, and it said it was going to be under 3 hours and it ended up being 5 hours. And I'm not trying to drive that back. I'm going to be super tired, but I really don't want to pay for one, so I might not go super long. Hey.
Do you guys know that the Earth is flat? Oh, I thought we cut out.
What up, Vader Bear? Thank you for the generous super chat. And my eyelids are already getting heavy, you know. I don't
want to go too short on you guys. It is getting dark too, though.
I don't want to drive 5 hours either and then not do enough activism. What light is in the sky in the upper left? Oh, what is that? Oh, I don't know. That's my phone. I don't know.
Do you guys know the Earth is flat and they lied? Yeah, they lied about the Earth. It's flat. Don't make this weird. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal. They lied. Earth's flat. That's why that horizon's horizontal. That's why planes can only fly assuming the Earth is stationary and flat, or they would literally crash and kill everyone on board. That's why the military admits it's flat.
You're right. So, you know the Pacific Ocean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows how truly deep it is?
Good question.
Because if you, even if they had some kind of big pole-looking thing, deep in, reach down deep of the Earth or the waters, how do we know for sure it can go to the other side? Like if it's round like they say, then why they can't why they can't measure how deep the ocean is.
That's a decent question. They're going to say the pressure gets way too heavy and you can't.
Yeah, exactly. You can't get down there.
Yeah.
So who knows how deep it is and how far it goes?
No one.
So good point.
Yeah, Earth's
It's flat.
Yeah, it is.
Flat.
Earth is flat. That's why that water out there is flat. Because water always finds its level, bro. You guys live by the beach and never think about it. That's why the lie worked. It's like, I'm not like acting like you guys are stupid. I just know you never think about it. If I offered you $1,000 cash right now to get 3 elementary questions about the globe Earth right, no one could win the money. I go around offering people $200 all around the United States. No one knows. They brainwashed you from 5 years old and told you where you live with cartoons, and no one researched it. I researched it. There are millions of us that researched it. They lied about the Earth. They signed the Antarctic Treaty. They locked you inside of it. They don't let you get outside of it. And the surface of the Earth is not curving anywhere. The Earth doesn't move. And the sky moves over top of us. The sun and the moon move over top of us. You can go to your app store, type in Flat Earth, and then click on the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Alright, so we have the first Flat Earth app that pops up. It's going to show you a visualization. It's the question mark section. If you press the question mark section, it will answer all your questions. Here are the typical questions we get. Alright, people want to act like I'm dumb. It's easier that way. Yeah, so they walk up and they ask dumb questions because in their mind, Flat Earth is dumb. That means that what I think must be dumb. So they ask questions like this. If the Earth is flat, wouldn't you fall off of it? No flat earther thinks you fall off the Earth. That is dumb. If you come off the edge of this ocean, do you fall off of it? No, you go to the shoreline. The water on the Earth is contained by a shoreline. You can't fall off of a lake or a pond or the ocean. It's contained. There's something in Antarctica. It goes around you. It's not the ice cap on the bottom of the ball, hence why it's illegal to go there, and every country in the world has signed it. Every major country is in agreement with it. So no, we don't think you fall off the edge of the Earth. That's ridiculous.
Mumsy Bear, thank you for the $20 super chat. Much love, brother.
So, there you go. There's one of the straw mans we get. A straw man's when you say something, when you're arguing with someone, you misrepresent what they actually think. It's the only way anyone can argue against flat Earth is to just lie about it. If the Earth is flat, what about all the other planets then? Okay. Planet, plane, the Greek word, comes from to lead astray, to deceive, wandering. It's a wandering light, a wandering star. They're just like the stars. You can document them with telescopes or with P900s. They're just pulsating lights in the sky. And they all move around Polaris and reset every single year. The quote-unquote planets just move a little bit different. They call it retrograde. In addition, right, you can't prove that they're spheres in any way. They're just circular lights. And if they were spheres, what does that have to do with the Earth? If I walked into your house and I pointed to the ceiling and said, hey, here's a light bulb, that means the ground's a light bulb, you would think I was a psychopath. Well, that's kind of what it sounds like when you ask me that, because Flat Earth doesn't think that there's a flat Earth disk in the solar system with spherical planets. That's stupid. It's the bottom of everything. The sky moves over top of us. The lights in the sky move over top of us, and we're the bottom floor, if you want to call it that. The Earth is flat, doesn't move, the sky moves over top of it, and all these pictures of planets you've seen, admittedly, they're not real pictures. They're computer-generated images. NASA tells you that on their own website. Awkward. Why don't we have real pictures of the Earth being a ball from space? Why is everything NASA shows us cartoons? How come when you Google pictures of satellites and you go to images on Google, it's going to show you nothing but cartoons? How come we haven't been back to the moon in 50 years, but we went in 69? How come there are air bubbles that pop out of helmets of astronauts on spacewalks? I'll tell you why. Because they're under a pool, and NASA admits they have a replica ISS, the International Space Station. They have a replica under a giant pool. That's where they train the astronauts. Admittedly, you can Google it. There are pictures of it. So they just put them in a pool and they videotape it and tell you they're in space. Space is fake. SpaceX is fake. What about Elon Musk? That's a private company. No, he gets hundreds of millions of dollars from the government. He's a psychopath that wants to put a chip in your brain. Why would you just blindly believe that, dude? That's really weird. He said, someone asked him, why does it look so fake when you put the car in space? He said, well, it looks so fake, that's how you know it's real.
My boy, we're about to head out. I just got one question.
What's that?
One suggestion to ask these people. Ask them if they got vaccinated.
I can't. YouTube, bro.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. They none of them.
Jabulated.
Yeah.
The vacation.
Not medical advice.
I think there should be mandatory vacations.
Yeah. Yeah, take a jab too.
Nah, I would talk about it, but I can't, bro. YouTube will delete my channel.
Alright, cool.
I'm gonna follow you as far as I can, because I know you in person. Everybody else is like,
Yeah, sweet, bro.
Hey, my name's RJ.
Austin, bro.
Austin?
Yeah.
Hey, keep doing your thing, bro.
Will do, brother.
When I first crossed paths, from far distance, it sounded a little crazy. But as I started coming the vibration, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's truth, bro. You speaking truth.
Thank you, bro. Thanks for the support. Keep up with us, man.
Yeah,
Just shoot me a DM and we'll...
Yeah, it's getting dark out here. That 93-mile away sun is really letting me down. Let me read the chat. Alright, I'm gonna play a song for my girl that my girl made as a little intermission.
And I'm gonna try to move to the light.
I'm gonna see if we can move to some light. But hey, dude, if anybody wants to try to come up here and win $200, I'll give you $200. No age limits, don't have to pay to play, nothing like that. If you get 3 questions right, you win $200. You don't want to pay me. I mean, just trying to give you money. I just know. Almost no one knows anything anymore. We're just in a brainwashed world. People run around scared of the air that keeps them alive.
Alright, I'm gonna play throw a thumbs up for this fine stream. Take this young man's advice. 50%, we're still good on the battery. Alright, I'm gonna play a song and then try to move us to where we have some light. See how every light except for this one's coming on, bro. But I'm gonna have to head out before too long though, because I have to drive back, yo. Oh my gosh. As soon as I got over here. There we go. Yeah, sorry, the lights are going in and out. I'd like to see a day between WitsitGetsIt and Dom Pettit. Oh my gosh.
You have a pen.
Yeah. That one's staying on? Does that one stay on?
Yeah, one more. Yeah, basically the only two that are flickering are the ones right in front of us.
Gotcha. I wasn't really paying. I know. What if that one starts doing it? Alright.
What they gonna say right now, right now? Oh, they really wanna hate right now, right now. But I think they're just afraid right now. Got their heads in the clouds, and mask on the face like a clown.
Pacific
What they
Beach,
gonna
yes.
say right now, right now? Oh, you wanna be awake right now, right now? Well, you better get real brave right now. Put your knees on the ground. Gotta pray to the king with a crown.
So here's an example. Let's say a pig is eating corn out of a trough, and he's like, because he made up his mind.
Trying to decide which way.
He could eat it. Okay?
All right,
So he's sitting there
we'll ask the
eating,
chat. If
but
you
he
want to
doesn't
look
know it, but he doesn't know
this way,
that
press
literally
1.
the pig in front
If you
of
want to
him
look
is getting his throat slit, he's not
this
gonna
way,
eat it.
press 2.
Essentially, intelligence is above your mind. You know, if you had the intelligence to literally know that the plane
Heritage Wealth
to
Planning.
Las Vegas had a
You got Guts Amigo way over my head, but it's interesting and I like what you're doing. Blessings, Josh. Thank you very much for the generous donation on PayPal, brother. Much love. 111s. Okay, I see you guys. You want the ones. Let me drink some water.
Intelligence to know that. Yeah, no, we're saying that you're saying that there's only one universe. There's not trillions of universes like God says that there is. That's because your mind, you don't have.
I think everybody wants the one.
Download into your mind to actually determine whether or not.
Smash the thumbs up, everybody. I know it's like petty and people don't think about it, but it helps a brother out a little bit.
You know, in billions of planets.
We have very, very dedicated Globers that always come just to thumbs down it. Mumsy Bear, you just gotta be the one different guy, bro.
Freaking try to solve these problems.
Well, the reason for human life is to understand who God is and to God.
In the world. Hey, do you guys know they lied about the Earth? It's actually flat. That sound crazy? You think I'm crazy? It's flat, yo. I thought it was crazy, but you can prove it. See how the horizon's horizontal and the water's flat because water always finds its level? That's because it's flat. You can measure the surface. The government lied. It's not a big deal. The Earth's flat, bro. Government lied. I think it's crazy that so many people don't trust the government. Most people know the government lies. I mean, they've come out and admitted that they lie about like everything. But then when I bring up NASA, they think it's different. They're like, nah, that's the one part of the government that doesn't lie. That's super weird, bro. Super weird. It's like if I walk up to you, because I tell everyone this evidence, like, we saw mountains 273 miles away. Should have been blocked by 3 miles of Earth curvature. You can see the skyline of Chicago from 60 miles away. Impossible on the globe. We saw mountains from 255 miles away, 212 miles away, 178 miles away. We shot a laser 31 miles, 27 miles, 22 miles, 17 miles, all impossible on the globe. And when I give them the evidence, what they say is, what's it even matter? Why would they lie? They would never lie about that. That's weird. It's like if I told you that your girlfriend's cheating on you, and I have a video of her cheating on you, and then I showed it to you, and you're like, I'm not watching that. I'm not looking at the evidence, because she would never lie. I'll buy her everything. I'll pay her rent. Why would she even lie? She would never lie. I'm like, dude, you're making this really weird. Just, here's the video, dude. There's evidence.
If you were really superficial about the abstinence, like, you have an idea. Obviously, for you to be talking like you're talking, you have a bigger idea, you have a bigger picture in your mind of what's going on, right? That's dope, homie. And really, like, I don't know if your picture is correct or my picture is correct. I know they picture ain't correct. So I really kind of dig that. But I would just say, like, I would say that at the end of the day, you're trying to help other people, and that's a blessing that you're trying to help other people. But these people don't want to listen.
I know.
They don't care. You know?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, look, shit is gone, bro. Beef. You can't find beef and corn in stores anymore. You can find them in the big box stores. There's still beef and there's corn in the big box stores, but beef and corn, it used to be in so many other stores. It's disappearing. Our food is disappearing.
Manufactured food shortage, bro.
Our food is disappearing.
They're paying farmers to destroy their crops. You know that.
So you know what I do? Me and my little homie, we're totally self-sufficient. I could live out of my truck. Me and my little homie, I could live out of my truck for years, bro. Just me and my little homie. I have everything. I have dry goods, dry potatoes. I have dry everything in my truck. Me and my little homie, we could disappear up in the mountains, and we could disappear for years, and we could survive and be
That's smart, bro.
Sustainable.
That's smart.
And you know why we do that? Because what you're talking about. But the thing is, I would say, look, I heard you when you was walking up here. That's why I stopped in front of you. And I would just say, like, I feel what you're saying, but I would approach it just slightly differently. Like, they'll put a little spin on it. Just put a little spin on it. No, for real, I hear what you're talking about. Me and my homies, all my homies down here, we doing the same thing, bro. We feel you. Like, we feel the same way. Like, we do. But I just know, bro, I was these people. These people that's walking out here with all the money.
Yeah.
I was them 6 months ago. I was this dickhead walking out here with all the money 6 months ago.
I just try to plant the seeds,
I know
man.
how people look at shit.
Hey, they lied about the earth, bro.
And I'm just saying, like, you have to approach them, in a more cosmic, artistic way.
Sure.
Like, no, for real, like, this is real.
You know, usually when I rap,
knowledge,
people
bro.
listen way better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel
I
you.
want to see you do good. I feel what you're saying. Like, when you're walking up here, I heard what you're saying. I want to see you do good, so I'm not down. It's constructive.
No,
What
yeah,
I'm
no,
saying
yeah,
to
yeah.
you is constructive.
Yeah, of
brother.
course, bro.
Constructive.
I hear
That's it. Like, you do you. Do you. And keep doing you. Keep doing what you were doing and walk away. And if you could take anything from what I said and help you do a little better.
Yeah, of course. Constructive criticism, bro.
Bless up, yo.
Much
You know
love,
what I'm
dog. Yeah, much love.
saying? Weed,
No,
alcohol, anything?
I'm
Or
sorry.
beer?
Nah, I'm good. Thanks.
Alright, yo.
Later, bro. Later. Hey, do you guys know that the moon landing was fake and we never went to the moon? That's a lie. Did you know that they said a Nazi brought us to the moon? His name is Werner von Braun, who was an SS officer from the Nazi regime. Do you think Nazis would ever lie? Don't you think it's weird we've never been back to the moon? In 50 years, they say we still can't go back. That's what NASA says. I don't know. Take it or leave it. This is getting weird. The reason that they haven't been back to the moon is because they never went and you can't go to the moon. That's ridiculous. How are you going to go to the moon? It's in a supposed vacuum that couldn't exist. Of course, they don't go to Narnia. Dun, dun, dun.
All you're doing is entangling yourself in
What's
action
up, guys?
and reaction.
I don't want to miss. Donate $5 to help Witsit get a hotel tonight. Thank you, Sky.
It's not from some
I won't get this money for a month and a half, but I do appreciate the notion.
It's not what it says
The grabbers, they're gonna take their 33, you know.
Hare Krishna.
Keep it simple. Ask them their favorite color. Bet you they get it wrong. Ask them their favorite color.
Hey, I'm going around the United States asking people if they know this one question. You think you guys might get it? How many times does the Earth spin every day?
Spin every day?
Yeah, like how many times? Once, that's right. Dude, if you get 2 more questions, I'll give you $200.
All right.
Okay. How far away is the sun?
Is it 37 billion miles away?
93 million.
Okay.
But thanks for playing. Hey, you guys want to hear why I ask questions? Because no one really knows much about the Earth. And the truth is, it's going to sound crazy. The Earth is flat. It doesn't move. There's a container. No one's ever been to outer space. They lied. Check it out, bro. I know it sounds crazy.
I don't know about that, bro.
I know it sounds crazy, bro.
We have tons of proof that we have, but...
Like what? What? I've been looking for that proof for 5 years.
Hubble.
Hubble telescope? Oh. They admit that Hubble telescope aren't real pictures, that they're computer-generated images. That's what they say. Isn't that weird? I can actually quote Edwin Hubble right now. I know all about him. He said, "We can never disprove that the Earth is stationary in the center of everything because of even dispersal in all directions relative to the Earth being central, but we must avoid that possibility at all costs because it would show the Earth is in a favored location." So, Edwin Hubble says you can't even prove the Earth's not the center of everything, but that they don't want it to be because that means it would be created. So they're going to try to explain something else. Do you guys know the Earth is flat?
Oh, that's what's wrong with the flat Earth.
Earth's flat. Earth's flat. You think it's a spinning ball that's like a... Alright. Well, yeah, you come on. You better keep believing the government stories that brainwash you with cartoons. The government would never lie. The government would never lie.
Do you find it super important about...
Say again?
Do you find it super important about getting that fact out?
Yeah. Because it means every country works together and lies to the general public, and we think they're fighting, but they all work together, and they drew a circle around us and told us that we can't leave, and they're lying to children.
So the government is doing this to everybody then?
Yeah. I mean, the government's the main source of the lie, sure.
And like this is all around the world?
Oh yeah. Every country that claims they have a space program, which is only a few, and all of them that sign the treaty, which are all the major countries.
How did you figure this out, man?
I actually heard B.O.B. the rapper say it and thought he was this crazy person, and then I researched it, and it's been 5 years, so I actually tested it myself. I went and measured the surface and found out they lied. It has to curve at a certain rate, but it doesn't. So you can like shoot lasers, you can make long distance observations. The Earth has to curve and block your view, but it doesn't. And you can see hundreds of miles. It should be blocked by like miles of Earth curve, but it
So you're
doesn't.
just trying to get like the word out to everybody, let them know that like we're all being tricked and stuff.
Yeah, because once you find out about this lie, you kind of know to question anything else they say, right? So like you wouldn't be scared of the air or have curfews and lockdowns and drinking fluoride, right? Like when you wake up to this lie, it kind of unravels the rest of the matrix. So it also shows that the Earth had to be created. So I want people to realize that they have like a spirit. They're super special and powerful, and they're not like little robot apes.
Do you then believe that the Earth was created by like an ethereal like being, or like by evolution? Like, because the way I'm currently believing is like gravity kind of brought all these things together, and over thousands upon thousands of years, it created a planet, small microorganisms.
That's what they say. Yeah, billions of years. Yeah. No, I don't believe any of that, man. Like that. Yeah, you know, even the Big Bang says there was a pre-existing energy, so like they can't even explain.
So do you believe in like the normal God, like Jesus Christ?
Jesus wasn't his name, and I hate religion.
Oh.
The scriptures are actually true, but they're super messed with, and they took books out of it. They changed the names and mistranslated it, but it's much more about just being honest and talking to the creator, like honestly. But yeah, there's a creator that like cares about you, made you, for real. And like I used to think religion is dumb, but I used to think it was like crazy.
I can agree with you on that though. Like preaching, like the way of like dedicating your life to something like that might not even be real. I can agree with that.
Well, just the way they phrase it is really like occultish and ritualistic. But yeah, live for the creator, man. Like I would like. I don't have a problem saying dedicate your life just to the creator.
Really?
Yeah, because he loves you, bro. Like, more so just like, if you honestly want to live for the creator and know the truth, I would say, like what I did, bro, I was like, basically prove it to me.
How do you know, like, what are the rules of the creator, though?
Well, the scriptures tell you it's called the Torah.
The Torah?
Yeah.
Isn't
the first
isn't
5
that
books.
of, like, a religion, though?
Yeah, it is. It's like what Christianity claims to believe. But they say, modern Christianity says that the Torah got done away with, blah, blah, blah. But Christianity changed all the books, bro. They mistranslated it. It came from the Catholic Church. They changed the character's name. They changed the Sabbath. Anyway, it's a rabbit hole, but I'm anti-religion. Religion, Yeshua, which, you know, people call him Jesus. His name was not Jesus, but
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. But he hated religion too, bro.
So then,
He would
in a
hate the
way,
modern church.
I'm already, like, not religious at all. It's because I personally cannot agree with any of this kind of stuff, like how people are like homophobic because of the Bible. Like, I don't believe in this, but God says this. So like personally, that's not right for me, man. It's about inclusivity. Like, we're all human beings, man.
Sure.
Like.
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a really triggering subject for a lot of people. But I mean, you know, if everyone did that, none of us would exist. And so I think that's kind of the ordeal. Like, the creator knows more than we do, but we want to think we know everything. You know, and religion sucks so bad. It makes up so many rules and starts so many wars and controls so many people and steals so much money that people hate it reasonably. And they've done a good job to use that to kind of bundle it up as if it's either religion or no creator, and that's not true. Like, there's a creator.
Isn't in some way believing in the creator a type of religion?
Well, religion's built on the doctrine of men, you know, and it has no proof. So I mean, I guess you could argue that. I don't uphold to any mainstream religion created by other men that give me rules and stuff like that. Like, that's what I define religion as, right? Like, man-made doctrine. So I would say just talk to creator. But yeah, I mean, you could say if you want to say that. Like, I believe the scriptures are true and super messed with, and they took scriptures out of it and changed them and left us with 66 books. No coincidence. You know, like the most powerful people in the world, like, you can't be a Freemason if you're atheist. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know there's a creator.
Yeah.
And they love the number 666, and You know, there's more to this world than we've been told, bro. Gravity didn't make the Earth coalesce into a sphere over billions of years after everything came from nothing, but there was a pre-existing energy, and then it free falls around the sun, going 66,600 miles per hour on a 66.6 degree tilt with a curvature rate of 0.666 feet per mile squared. It's all a lie. The Earth doesn't move. It just sits there. And if the Earth sits there, that means all the sky moves over top of us, and the Earth is the center. So if the Earth is the center of everything that exists, like, how did it get there, bro? Like, you know, everything didn't just, and then dang, Earth's the middle of everything. Like, Earth's the middle of everything. I think that's why they like, because that means you have a spirit, and you can manifest things, and you have intuition and dreams and memories and lots of power, and they can't really brainwash you that much if you know that. Yeah. So I would say, like, just talk to him yourself. Talk to the creator yourself, right?
Yeah, no, totally, dude.
Yeah, just stay honest, and you
fucking preach,
you'll be good. First love. In a world where no one knows what the world is. They took the way you saw the world and distorted it, and now you think you want a rocket twirl somewhere orbited. Like, you guys know that the Earth's not a spinning ball in a vacuum, and that's just stupid and violates the second law of thermodynamics. Did you guys know that NASA was founded and started by Nazis? It's declassified. It's called Operation Paperclip. Did you know that NASA means to deceive in Hebrew? The government always lies. Why would NASA be the exception? It wouldn't be. Right. Oh yeah, why can we see these boats from so far away? I thought there was the Earth curvature over there. Why can we see these boats from miles away? Does anyone know? I don't know. They taught us that boats disappear behind the curve, and then I pull my camera out and I zoom in, I can bring the boat back. I guess my camera went X-ray vision. What a cool story. What a cool story. Hey bro, did you figure out the circumference of 24,901? Hey man, they lie, bro. You guys know that the government lies, right? Are you one of those that like to drink your fluoride and have your curfews? The government lies about, for example, the Vietnam War, where they said that Vietnam attacked us, we need to go to war, and they came out and admitted we blew up our own ship, made it look like it was Vietnam so we could go to war. It's declassified, it's called the Gulf of Tonkin. They put fluoride in your water, an ingredient, and rat poison and neurotoxin. They said there were weapons of mass destruction in the Middle East, and they made it no, there actually wasn't, but they said there for 13 more years anyway, then pulled out and everyone collapsed and my friends died. They said that a paper passport popped out of fire, and fire made still beams of buildings free fall like a demolition for the first time in the history of mankind, and that 2 planes made 3 buildings fall. What a cool story. And then another plane hit the Pentagon, but 85 surveillance cameras didn't capture it on film. And the very day before 9/11, $2.3 trillion of missing taxpayer money was acknowledged by Donald Rumsfeld, saying, we don't know where it went, it just disappeared. And the very next day, the area of the Pentagon that was supposed to document that money got hit by this supposed plane that was never seen, and all the evidence was gone. And in World Trade Center 7, the third building that fell in New York on 9/11, that most people don't even know fell, because 2 planes doesn't make 3 buildings fall. And that building was predicted to have fallen by 2 different news stations before it fell. It held NSA, CIA, and FBI information that all got disappeared as soon as it supposedly, free fell because of office fires. The government lied about all that. Why did the government lie about that? You guys ask me why would they lie? Like, what, dude? Why does the government ever lie? Why did the government lie and then bring Nazis over here and put them in charge of NASA's space exploration program? I thought we hated Nazis. Why would we put them in charge of our space program and put them in our government? Why does the government lie about everything? It doesn't really matter. If you have a girlfriend and she cheats on you, and I'm like, hey, bro, your girl cheats on you, and you're like, no, man, why would she lie? I'm like, you're a weirdo. Whatever, dude. I got a video of her getting down with bro. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. It's like the fact that you don't know why she lied doesn't mean she didn't cheat on you. Are you just going to keep on taking her back every time she cheats? 15 times in a row? She's not going to cheat on me again. She's not going to lie again. And then are you going to marry the lie? That's what you do if you just believe what the government tells you. Well, because I'm just telling you, they lie. They admit they don't have a real picture of the Earth being a ball from space. They're just cartoons. They're CGI. That's what NASA says. NASA says that they brought Nazis over here. That's what NASA says. And then they put them in charge of space exploration. NASA means to deceive in Hebrew. It means destruction in Sanskrit, which is what they code their computers with. Alright? It's an anagram for Satan, but it's missing the T, so when they shoot the rocket, they say T minus. They're Luciferians. That's why they say that the Earth is going around the sun 66,600 miles per hour. with the north and south Arctic circles at 66.6 degrees, when we have a curvature rate of 0.666 feet per mile squared on a 66.6 degree tilted axis, while we're going around the sun using gravity, discovered in 1666, and the number of 666 newtons, or 6.66, with the average distance to the sun, to the moon, 6 times 66 times 600. The diameter of the moon is 2,160, which is 6 times 6 times 60. You think that all this is just a coincidence? And then Mercury, from Mercury, the sun is 666 times brighter than it is from the Earth. And a stellar eclipse, which debunks the globe because the sun and moon are above the Earth during the eclipse, but they say that the Earth blocks the light from the sun and casts a shadow onto the moon. So the stellar eclipse has the sun and moon above the Earth at the same time. That's a geometric impossibility. It's called the stellar eclipse. Guess what year they said they first recorded that? 1666. You can't even make it up. They put their number all over it, and then no one would figure it out. There is no such thing as repetitive coincidences. People call me coincidence or conspiracy theorist, but you're a coincidence theorist. The number 666 pops up over and over. We haven't been back to the moon in 50 years. No big deal. They accidentally destroyed all the proof from the moon landing. No big deal. Just a coincidence. They brought back moon rocks and then they tested them. They actually weren't real. They were just petrified wood. No big deal. Just a coincidence. They called the moon mission, or the moon mission called back to the president from 250,000 miles away, and there was inconsistent delay or no delay. No big deal. Just a coincidence. You don't have repetitive coincidences. It's pretty simple. The government lied to you about where you live. You actually can't even be a 33rd degree Freemason unless you know the Earth is flat. You can make it to the 32nd degree, but you will not be voted on and brought to the 33rd degree until you figure out big truths. One of them is that the Earth is not moving. Alright, so if you look at the Freemason symbol, it has a G in it. It stands for Grand Architect, Gnosticism. The 7th letter of the alphabet's G. That's sacred geometry. It also stands for geometria. That means measurement of Earth. That's why it has a square and a compass. That's how you measure a flat Earth. You also have to know you adhere to the Luciferian doctrine. That's why they put 666 all over the globe or Dlive. Also, they're all about the 33rd degree because you have 33 vertebrae. And because there are 32 degrees on the compass, the 33rd degree would be the center. It's illegal to go to the center of the surface of the Earth. It's also illegal to go outside of it. So what's in the center that they're hiding? What's on the outside that they're hiding? They lied, bro. They lied. You're special. The Creator made you. The Earth just sits still. The Earth is flat. It sits still. It's not a spinning ball in space. That's fake. The Earth's contained and sits still. And you're special. The Creator made you and made the Earth for you. He loves you. Don't let them lie to you. Always question the truth and think for yourself. There aren't other planets with God's names. I'm gonna have to wrap this up in a second, bro. I got a crazy long drive, ladies and gentlemen. Raw Antarctic footage. What a pipe dream, brother. There were quite a few people, though, actually said they already knew the Earth's flat here.
That was cool, that couple.
Yeah, a few people. Like it's dying down. The crowd is not going to be as receptive.
I know like 2 people that I met that knew the Earth was flat. Also, the Holocaust denied.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, all right, wow, you've already gone all the way down.
Oh, we're not saying that on here. No way. We would never ever dare question that.
Sorry, rollerblading incident.
Yeah. Yeah. 7 trillion.
I think a lot of San Diego should be more open because they're all like super healthy and a lot of former military, so like they'll be able to understand the guidance systems, the laser stuff. So there's a lot of like naval, people that do artillery. So they should be kind of.
San Diego's been pretty chill, man. It feels really good here, that's for sure.
Do you know the Earth's actually flat? You think the Earth's flat?
There's flat?
Yeah. Think that's crazy?
That's crazy.
That's what I thought. The government lied. Never been to space.
What do you think about COVID then?
Oh, can't talk in detail. I'll just say the air's not going to kill you. You can breathe.
You'll be censored?
I'll get deleted off YouTube. Yeah. You know what's up. Yeah. Just stay strong and speak the truth. Some people can't hear it. It is what it is. It's the great divide. Best apocalypse ever.
How about the Jeranism thing? Up in when Jeranism showed up to.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
How'd that go?
That was cool. Jaren's cool, bro. Venice Beach.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it was cool.
And then we went to Hollywood the night before.
I'm gonna wrap this up, I think. But whoever can still hear this, here's the deal. This is what I like to bring up. Okay, so very simple. They lied about the Earth. They brought Nazis over here. The next year, they went and explored Antarctic with Admiral Byrd. That guy came back and said there's a lot more land out there that no one knows about. He then died 3 years later in 57. In 58, they founded NASA. In 59, they signed the Antarctic Treaty, still in track today, which says it's illegal for you to go there. So I wonder what they're hiding. What did they find? 1961, JFK said we're going to the moon. 1962, Operation Fistful, Operation Dominique, which means of the Lord, Fistful of the Lord. They shot missiles at different elevations and they started to explode. 1968, they came out with a moon movie called Space Odyssey. It was about landing on the moon. It won Film of the Year. They brainwashed everyone with a movie so they'd be ready to accept the moon landing as if it were real. Of course, JFK got assassinated in between that speech and that movie because he came out and supposedly signed a bill against the Federal Reserve, or at least that's what they say. And then they assassinated JFK. And in 1969, they went to the moon, supposedly, but we haven't been back. Of course, an astronaut the year before that said, and his name was Gus, we'll never go to the moon. We can't go to low Earth orbit. We can't communicate in our own building. And guess what happened to Gus? He got blown up on NASA's facilities while checking routine wires because the door mysteriously sealed from the inside. He couldn't get out. So if you speak out like Admiral Byrd or Gus, or at least allegedly, you die. So anyway, they lied about the Earth. Biggest lie ever told in the history of mankind. They drew a circle around it. They told you can't leave. What does it matter? How does it not matter? How does it not matter that they're lying to children, telling them that everything came from nothing, that lightning struck primordial soup and rocks turned into fish, that turned into rodents, that turned into apes, and that there's nothing special about you. You're just an ape that straightened his back and lost some hair and got a little smarter, and you're a tiny speck of dust in the ever-expanding universe of nothingness, cold, empty nothingness. An asteroid could come and kill you at any point in time like it did the dinosaurs. They're brainwashing your children so they can have a slave state. Okay, so that's the truth. The truth is that it sounds crazy on the surface, pun intended, but the Earth is actually not a spinning ball in a vacuum. The Earth is flat, it doesn't move, it's contained. That's the only way you can have gas pressure on the Earth, and the sky resets over top of us in perfect circles. It's a clock. Okay, with the sun, the moon, and the stars, we have the most intricate, beautiful clocking calendar to ever be created, and I mean created, because the Earth's the center of everything. It had to be created. It doesn't move, it's flat, a topographical plane, and it's contained. Now you know. The deepest hole ever dug is 7.8 miles. No one's ever gone deeper than that. The government is lying to you about where you live. They know the lie, but only the people higher up that control the government. Most people in the government don't know they're lying. It's called compartmentalization. Here's the next subject people need to hear, and I'm going to close with this. You guys don't need permission to breathe oxygen. You guys think that what keeps you alive kills you, which is hilarious. I can't get too specific, but let's just say if every single country in the world, including communist countries, have all agreed with curfews and lockdowns and new rules, then probably something sketchy is going on. There's a prophecy from thousands of years ago that said that in the end there will be a new world order, a one world government, and that it will have a mark of the beast that you have to take to buy, sell, and trade. And what a coincidence, the whole world shut down together with the same rules on the same exact day. They made you wear something to identify yourself to buy, sell, and trade, and then they started scanning your wrist and scanning your forehead as you walked in. They are conditioning you to take a digital tracking system that will evolve into a permanent mark that you take. Now, it could take 2 decades for all I know. Doesn't change the fact that a digital tracking system's coming. It's been written about for years. Believe it or not, Bill Gates is not a prophet that knew in October 2019 that all this would mysteriously happen. So that's before it happened. So how did he know? I can't get too specific again. I'll get kicked off. You're watching America get turned into a slave state. Because prisons have curfews. Prisons have lockdowns. Not me. I'm free. I'm not 12. I don't have curfews. You guys literally went inside your house for curfew because they told you to. Hey, so did the air get more dangerous after 10 o'clock? How does it keep us safe to not be out at 10 o'clock? Does the government know the air is going to get more dangerous then? We have a magic plastic shield that protects us from the cashier if she touches everything we're about to take home. Oh, the air doesn't kill you when you sit down to eat. It just kills you when you're waiting to get your table. What a joke. You guys are so scared of the air, you're going to come to the beach and hang out with thousands of people? No, you're just doing what you were told, watching the news that pushes fear propaganda over and over and over, then gives you orders, and admittedly is run by the CIA. It's called Operation Mockingbird. The mainstream news is run by the government. That's what they said. So you should wake up before the country that I had friends slowly bleed out and die for, at least in principle for these freedoms, is no longer a thing. And you're going to turn around and be like, dang, this crazy white boy with his snapback on was trying to wake me up on the beach, but I was just trying to get on the ground and look for some baddies. So you should wake up before it's too late and stand up for your children. I know you guys can hear me down there too, by the way. If you have children and you've just been sleepwalking for the last year and a half, you're going to feel really bad when they look up and say, Mommy, Daddy, where were you whenever the government took over? And we have curfews and lockdowns now. Where were you? What were you doing? And you're not going to know what to say. You're going to say, I was watching the Cowboys. I was just obeying whatever they told me to do and take whatever they told me to take. Our children will live in a slave state until you stand up for their rights. It is what it is. So do what you want to, take what you want to, live how you want to, obey the orders that you want to, if that's really what you feel like. But leave other people out of it. It's called individual freedom. We have individual freedom. We make up our own minds. You don't get to run around giving mandates and orders, telling people they can't leave their house, or they can't go eat, or they can't get on a plane. That is called communism. That's not called America. That's not what my friends died for. And if you guys give up the First and Second Amendment, the rest of them are gone. And much love. So stand up for the truth and represent it. Represent it for your children, because they deserve a free country like you got. They deserve to get to live their life and not have curfews and lockdowns. They deserve to not live in fear. Hey, they deserve to breathe oxygen. They deserve to go hang out with their friends. You know how evil it is to tell a child, you can't play with your friends, you're going to die? You're torturing them. And they just listen to mommy and daddy, and mommy and daddy just listen to the news. And the news is just run by the government. You guys should wake up, because they said wear a mask for 2 weeks and you'll get back to normal, and it's been over 18 months. Is this the new normal? If you don't stand up for your freedom, you will no longer have it. And people that sacrifice freedom for quote-unquote security deserve neither. And guess what the Nazis used to tell their people whenever they passed all their new rules? It's for your safety. That's literally what they used to say. It's the oldest trick in the book. Scare people, tell them that you're protecting them and it's for their safety, and they'll do whatever you say. So until you get out of a state of fear, you will not be able to see the truth. Maybe you should stop watching the TV that tells lies to your visions, programming you with channels. And you should think for yourself. So there you go. Stand up for your rights. We don't have curfews or lockdowns. That's what prisons have, because you get to come out of your cell, chill in the pod until it's lockdown hour, until it's your curfew. Then you go back in your cell, and they lock it down. So this is not a prison. Wake up before it's too late. Peace out.
Thank you for the super chat, Trevor. Much love, bro.
At the end, people are about it.
Yeah. People will connect with that way more.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to get on like Rockfin, where I can talk about like all that ordeal.
Yeah, I've always wondered, like, oh, like, could you say like, oh, there's things I can't say.
Yeah, like I can't even like say this word. I can't like get into any details about it. Dude, I can't even read. I'm afraid to even say that in detail. Like I can't even read medical journals on YouTube, bro. I read a medical journal and my video got deleted, and I got 2 weeks straight for reading a medical journal.
Yeah, I want to line you up with a couple guys to get on their podcast.
Yeah, that'd be super cool.
One
man.
guy's like a sports guy, one guy's like a surf guy. Is this on?
Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up. And I'll just give you my number and stuff. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I love you guys. I guess I'm gonna have to drive, and I'm not looking forward to it. So I definitely need to get out of here. All right, Coleman. I'll talk to you interesting. See if it was a big deal, and I'll see if I can get you unblocked. But thank you for the $5 PayPal, man. All right, I love you guys. I'm gonna play the song to play us out. I know you guys have never heard it, but yeah, sorry we got started a little bit late. My GPS told me like 2.5 to 3 hours, and it ended up taking me close to 5 hours because of crazy traffic everywhere. Hell, quicker route. Oh, it doesn't look like it's quicker. It was slow everywhere. Tons of traffic. Hopefully, I'm missing that on the way back because I'm really not trying to drive like freaking 10 hours in one day. But I did show up for you guys, and my homie showed up. So shout out to him. Much love, bro. And you can come jump on if you want to. It's up to you. Shout out to my guy who came. Yeah. Much love. And then we had a group of people kind of come around and chill and ask questions, and some other people knew. It was cool, man.
One guy, he's not even a part of the whole community. He doesn't know who Dave Weiss is, doesn't know who you are, but he knew a couple flat things, and then his ears perked up, and he was like, wait, what? This is some truth? And then him and his friend just stopped, and they're like, okay, I knew it all along. Right. He just kept on doom, and he was in.
Super cool, man. Super cool. And then we had a few other people walk by and be like, I did know that. And so, I think we're more than we know. But thank you for showing up, man.
Of course.
I hope someone else didn't show up and I got here too late, but my man stuck around, so that's awesome. All right, so I'm just going to play the Inner World to play us out, and then I'm going to chat with my man for a little bit, and I'm going to get out of here. So I love you guys. Made by Jimbo shirt? Yeah. They're shouting out in the chat. Shout out to our Jim Bob. Which apparently I didn't know that it was his meme I use on my shirt, so I'm like taking it off. I'm taking off my thing. Someone brought that to my attention apparently.
The girl's British.
So my bad, Jim Bob. I don't think anyone's bought it or anything, so we're good. All right, so seek and speak truth unequivocally. The weak find contentment in the consensus of ignorance. So who cares what other people think? right? And throughout all history, weak people get together, throw rocks at the strong, independent thinkers. But history always reflects that those are the people that were right, that were doing the right thing. That's all that matters, bro. When they revile you for His name's sake, for the Creator's sake, or should I say truth, that is what the Creator is, right? It is the embodiment of truth. In fact, that's what the Father is. And when you speak that and they revile you for that, rejoice. They did it to all the prophets before you, and a prophet is not accepted in their own village. So sometimes you have to let it go when you have close friends or family that aren't going to listen to you or attack you. That kind of comes with the territory. It was hard for me too, but I get it. Anyway, long story short, long-winded. Just keep speaking the truth. We need it more than ever. Shout out to Donald. Hey, thank you for the $40 donation on PayPal, bro. Much love. I think I read all the donations. I got notifications set up now. But if you want to support the tour, $WitsitGetsIt on Cash App, Witsit@protonmail.com on PayPal, and masqueradetour.com. Keep up with where we're going. I also got the video out to show you the cities and the dates. And if you want to come out, I'll leave in the community section. It has posts on YouTube. I'll put the details of the meetup, if possible, in advance. So we're going to play a song and get out of here. Peace out.
Were you guys talking on the speaker just now?
Yep. What?
What are you talking about?
I was talking about how the Earth is flat.
You're one of those flat earthers?
Yep.
The Earth is flat.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. You can see the boats miles away.
They don't fall off. There's a circle. There's an Antarctic treaty that there's an ice ring around us. You can't fall off. Like it's a shoreline. Like that shoreline, you can't fall off that water.
It's like a plate, an upturned plate. Antarctica around us.
It's illegal to go there. They don't let you go there.
Fighting with the slaves, how they about to face the truth, they can't show their face. Now the system don't control me, let them pieces getting slayed. Austin got the power, they look sour, oh behave. But I'm got my father business witness, he gon' give us praise. I ignore it, cause the Torah only thing that I obey. I ain't with the social distancing, but I'ma need my space. They be boring, they boring, they need to stay on the own place.
We went to the moon too, dude. It was a cool story. On cue with the November, bro. In a World Productions. Alright, I love you guys. I'll catch up with you at the next stream tomorrow in Santa Barbara. Peace out.